Welcome back to another episode with No Name Trapper. Today we built something. We're going to talk about it real quick. Alright, first off guys, when I say I built something, if you told my shop teacher in high school that, he'd go, eh. And reasonably so. I am not a builder at all, by any means. Like, I'm probably the worst guy to ever build anything. Okay, so, first off, keep that in mind. Secondly, I am not claiming this idea at all. Not even, it could be the bee's knees up in Canada. Everybody could be using it. I have no idea. This is to help me on my trap line. If it helps somebody else, fantastic. Okay, so I had this idea. I've been having snares getting covered in scent and falling around the bed of the truck, and I wanted a way to organize them. So I bought one of these totes, right? And I had this idea where if I cut a chunk of plywood, I always have a sheet of plywood at home, and use some spare lumber, not the best lumber you ever seen, some of it broke off, that I could essentially make a way to carry these around. And here it is. Looks ridiculous, I know, I get it, scrap wood, horrible carpenter, but the thought process here is I can put my snares in here and hopefully they stay scent free without becoming a mess. So my thought process is I can do 6, I could do more, but 6 per, so I can keep track of how many are in here and roll them up, and I'll show you how I roll them up. Alright guys, so typically I run a little longer snare. Alright, so I think I cut mine, I think my snares are 62 or 64 inches long, 3/32 cable. So anyways, here's how I roll them up. 1, 2. And I know those guys up in Canada have better ways of doing it because I've watched y'all and you've mastered it. But here's how I roll mine up. And here's how I'm going to put them on the block. Alright guys, here's how it is. And to be honest, I probably, realizing already I should have probably went with a bigger tote so I could have had them spaced out a little better. But this will work for now. This is something I meant to tinker with before season. I'm not peeing on it and saying this is mine. This is just an idea I had. Hopefully it helps me out. It can't be any worse than what I was doing. So, fumbling around on the back of the truck all the time. So, anyways, I better get running the trap line. Alright guys, first catch of the day. Believe it or not, we had it blocked down so nothing would go to the culvert. There was an over-the-top trail off the other side. So we blocked that off and got a nice skunk. Let's hope this goes as I hope, because we switched her up to the Mark IV. So let's hope I'm as accurate as I was last year with it. Blind set's producing. Put out about 25 sets so far today. Here's a better view on that skunk. Real nice one. Well guys, this trail here, we had 2 DPs on, but I had a feeling it was getting traveled and we were missing whatever was on it. So I stuck in a 220 yesterday. Beautiful skunk, beautiful skunk. Big one too. See the 220s right there in the center. Makes it look like a 110 or a 160, but it's a 220. So, anyways, gorgeous, huge skunk. So, first catch of the day. Coincidentally, guys, that giant skunk's the same trail I caught that big coon on the other day. Must be a good feed trail going somewhere. Good morning, guys. Look at that sky. Outrunning the trap line. Sure hope we catch something today. Just 1 skunk per day the last 2 days, but we've been adding sets. Well guys, we're on this high ridge trail and we had a 220 here. This is where we smacked down on a coon a few days ago. I got another one here. Kind of messed up the set. It's okay. We'll move 220 down the trail. Gorgeous looking coon though. Got them a little far back. We had the trigger set a hint heavy. Hey guys, so the trap line has been really slow the last 4 or 5 days. We've got, what is it, 2 skunks and 1 raccoon and like a rabbit or squirrel and so on and so forth. But I feel like we have a pretty decent trap line out right now. You know, I've got a lot of theories on what's going on, but bottom line is we're not catching furs, so I got to do what I know, which is add more sets each day. Now, I will say on my way to and from work in the dark, I haven't seen one animal across the road in the last 4 or 5 days. So hopefully we add a bunch of sets on this line, and we've got an unusual warm weather. It's supposed to be 50s this week and rain. And so maybe that's going to be the key to getting things going. But we're going to check traps this morning, and we're going to launch more sets. Like I said, we're on location. We got a couple dirt holes. We've got a good amount of snares. We've got a good amount of blind set footholds on trails. It's just a matter of time, guys. I think once stuff gets moving, I think we'll be hammering and really knocking stuff out. But until then, we just got to keep adding more sets. Guys, first catch of the day. And if I can not fall down here one. It's just a raccoon. Pretty good raccoon. Number 11 and a blind set. So coming out of a culvert. We'll take him. Prime coon. Give you a better view. There he be. Alright, let's keep boogieing. Alright guys, setting up some new territory. You see this netted fencing. We come to a T kind of right there, an intersection, but it's all netted. Nothing can get through, so you follow it down. It's an old gate, netted. Everything's netted here. So coyotes and stuff can't get through. There's a small hole here. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's for a raccoon, and you can tell they just kind of worked it open, but it's not big enough really for a coyote or a cat to jump and make it through that little loop. But right here, our netted fencing ends. You can see, perfect spot. Run, duck right under the standard barbed wire trail coming right up to me. I guess it's something. So far just a raccoon and a possum today. It's a pretty good spot going water to water. Duck under a fence. Got a coyote here last year. Much more exciting than a possum.